Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. Before I get this lesson started, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakadash, and double honor to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, of whom I learned from. And a shalom to the hopeful elect brothers taking this truth to the four corners of the earth, bidding the elect spirits to the marriage supper of the Lamb. This is who is Yahweh Shai. This is your brother Radah with a really quick report. Last night, Elder Apostle Tahar had he played a video of someone talking about this gentleman right here, the guy that you see on the screen. His new page is King Cadmus. I believe he was the head out of the Ohio camp, and I did not know that he had been removed from the camp or left. I didn't know that. I used to listen to his shorts a few years back, and he was, in my opinion, he was very skillful. He had a very unique way of delivering little short clips of the truth. And again, this is not a color thing, man. We understand that the 12 tribes, the Hebrew Israelites, the northern kingdom being the so-called Latinos and Native Americans, and the southern kingdom being the so-called Negroes. We understand by prophecy that we were scattered to the four corners of the earth, and that many of the seed of the house of Jacob looks like the man you see on the screen, and everybody else. They look like Moabites, the so-called Chinese. They look like Arabs. They look like Ishmaelites, the so-called Arabs. We look like everybody, but the original foundation of the nation is a melanated people, and so we understand that if you are able to understand this truth, for the most part, you're one of us. You're an Israelite, okay? I just learned this last night. This is the elder out of the north. Let me see. I think this is Charlotte. Is that North Carolina? Trying to see. Yeah, he's speaking on this guy, and I left some precepts on his page, and then the more I kept thinking about it, some more precepts came to me. I was like, you know what? Let me just do a lesson, because I'm a little upset about this, man. I don't look. I hate Esau. Okay, I hate Edom. Okay, the Edomites. But if a person that looks so-called like an Edomite, but is inwardly an actual Israelite, then it's all good. You're a brother, right? If you understand this truth, we love you. You're family. You're blood, man. You're the same seed line as us. You just look different. I don't even look like a Judite. My father's a Judite, so-called black man, and my mom's Issacharite, so-called Mexican. I look like I'm Puerto Rican or Arabic sometimes. I've been told I look like everything but black, and the only people who understand that I am so-called black are people that understand, so-called mixed-looking kids or whatever, that they have it in their family. Those are the people who've always known. I knew you were black the minute I saw you. I knew you were so-called black when the minute you started talking, blah, 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 I could tell. And then other people are like, I thought you were Arabian or something. I've been told that shit my whole life. Anyways, hearing about this guy leaving, it's fucking upsetting, man. But it's and the elders going in on it. I'm gonna let him say some things, and then I'm gonna pull up his page.
It says, but without faith, without believing in something that you haven't seen, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. The Lord is the reward of those that diligently seek him. The Lord said, without faith, you can't please me. Let's read on. By faith, Noah, being warned of the Most High of things not seen as yet, Noah was warned of a flood.
Hold on real quick. He was saying something right before he got the precepts. I want you to hear that part.
Doubts. You threw it in. You condemn your damn self. You see? The scripture say damn if you eat it. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to get that too, man. Bear with me. Snatched it from him. And I'm just flow right quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got another lesson that I want to do. I just want to it's a fearful thing. Get that right quick. Where they at? You know what I'm saying? Let's say, a video like this pops up. Like, that's why we ain't been seeing them in a while. Lord getting rid of them. Guys be doubting on the low, man. Can't be in the background just doubting, man.
See, because I was trying to figure out what happened to him, and I guess the elder right here says he had confessed. The gentleman on the screen, he had confessed that he was doubting the whole time, And I was like, oh, that makes sense then. Because when I'm going to pull up his page, his page is fucking bugged out, man. And it doesn't make sense to go from this is very upsetting for me. I was listening to this guy's shorts, man, and he was very skillful with the truth. And this is his new page, Kang Cadmus. That's his page. He's all the titles to his videos are goofy shit, man. Shit that don't make no. It's like, what the fuck? How do you go? That the whole time he never checked his doubts while he was preaching and teaching the truth, and it took over his ass. And now now I understand why his page is so goofy. It's like it don't make sense.
Down in the scriptures, certain breakdown you don't believe in, but then you still. We just seen examples of that guys just stay around. They really don't believe it. They just stay around. Leave, man. If you don't believe, just leave. St. Luke chapter 9.
Okay, now let's pull up the guy's page. Kang, because I pulled it up last night. The fuck, King. King Cadmus. Why is it doing that?
I just.
What the fuck? Did he delete the fucking? No way. Okay. Bro, he deleted the page. Unfucking believable. He took the page down. He had to have. Maybe because people are doing. That's weird. I can't pull it. That's weird. I pulled it up last.
Crazy music fact.
Hold on, real quick. No, I want you to see it. So, because last night, let's pull up my. Let's pull up my fucking. I was looking at this last night. See, there go his.
Bro, I was just thinking, look, you know how
He even looks different on his face, man.
Jews, they always talk trash to Christians, and they like to make fun of us, and they say, oh, you guys worship a Jew anyway. Jesus was a Jew. You hear rabbis say it all the time. All right. But at the same time, what do Jews actually believe, and what do they actually teach about Jesus? First of all, they teach that Jesus is burning forever in a boiling cauldron of human excrement. All right. But what they actually teach about Jesus is what? That Mary was a whore. They teach that Mary was a whore, and that Jesus was the son of a Roman soldier named Pantera. But Jesus is a Jew, huh? We worship a Jew. But at the same time, they say Jesus is the son of a Roman. Very interesting. And have you ever noticed how every religion on earth except Jesus, everybody likes Jesus. Jesus represents peace and love. Everyone likes Jesus except for the Jews. Why is that?
So he's like doing his own thing now. You know what I mean? I want to pull up. Let me see. And this was the elder apostle Tahar's lesson, or he didn't speak.
Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace to people of good will. So
Somebody was speaking about this guy, but the elder apostle. See, look, man, wow. And that's the elder Yasharon, but honestly, never really trusted the spirit. Wow, man, that's wild. Because I haven't seen him in a couple months, and I thought he was right on. You know what I mean? I thought he was. I mean, he had his own different way of speaking the truth, but I thought he was right on. He was in GMS, right? So it was like, whoa, this dude's out now. When I pulled up his, see, I thought I pulled up his channel. His channel was weird as fuck. I was like, oh, whoa, he's bugged the fuck out, man. You could just see by his titles. His titles were all weird. Just super, super weird. Stuff you don't waste your time on teaching. You know, we understand that because you can confuse people. He was going into the book of Thomas on one of his lessons, justifying the book of Thomas and all this other stuff. And I was like, oh, bro. And it was just upsetting. So I'm just... And the reason why I'm doing this lesson is not to... I guess. Well, I am going to mark him. We got to mark him like the scriptures say. Mark those who cause division. But this was the precept
Crazy music fact.
that came to mind when I was listening to the other elders lesson on him, expose on him right here.
St. Luke.
We are we not likened unto, and I'm going to stop it with this. Are we not likened unto a comely woman, right? And we are going back to our virgin state through this truth. If you go into Proverbs, why would thou be ravished by the woman? Look at this. We understand that strange women. Let's go into Proverbs 5. Look at this. My son, attend unto my wisdom, and bow thine ear to my understanding, that thou mayest regard discretion, and make thy lips, and that thy lips may keep knowledge. For the lips of a strange woman, this is not talking about a girl that you would actually be able to lay down and physically have sex with. This is talking about a doctrine. Verse 3 is going into a philosophy, a belief system that is not this truth. You have to understand this. For the lips of a strange woman drop as in honeycomb. It sounds like it's wisdom because we understand that honey, milk and honey, we understand that honey is likened unto understanding, wisdom and understanding. Honey and milk are under thy tongue. The Song of Solomon, thy lips, thy tongue drop as the honeycomb. In the right way, that's talking about the truth on the right hand side. This right here, verse 3, is going into left-handed understanding. Religions, philosophies. And that's what that guy is into now. He is being ravished by the lips of a strange woman. He has left the right way. Verse 3, for the lips of a strange woman drop as a honeycomb, and her mouth is smoother than oil. Verse 4, but her end is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. Her feet go down to death, and her steps take hold on hell. We also understand that through the precepts, by that precepts we get understanding. Proverbs, or Psalms 119, I believe, King David, verse 5 is talking about Esau Edom, because Esau Edom is likened unto death and hell. You guys, you know that precept, right? So you want to get it real quick just to prove it? Let me see. Hold on. Death and hell. Death and hell. And that also goes into the covenant with death, talking about Esau Edom. Revelations 20:14, and death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. That's talking about when they get their judgment. That's talking about the Edomites. What else? Let me see. Hell follows. Death and hell follows. Let me see. This is going to go into it. I don't know if it's Habakkuk. Hold on. Let me see. Death and hell followed. Let me see. Salakia. Salakia, let me see, death. No, that's going to say the death and hell we are. Let me see. Salakia, hold on. So here's Isaiah 28:15, Salakia for that. because we have said we have made a covenant with death and with hell. You cannot make a covenant with death and hell. This is a dark saying. It's talking about a race of people who are in power, and that you would have to make a deal with them or come into some form of covenant with them in order to move freely around their kingdom, move around in their system with some form of freedom. But you have to make a covenant with them. It's talking about Esau, Edom. Second, Isaiah 28:15, because you have said we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, talking about when the judgment of Yahweh comes, it shall not come unto us. And no, that's not true. For we have made lies our refuge. What are the lies? The philosophies, the religions, the sciences, the pseudoscience, the narrative of whoever this death and hell person is, which is the Edomites, right? For we have made lies our refuge. For we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. That goes into your Christianity, your Islam, your Scientology, your science, your worldly weird views, even the weird reincarnation views that don't go along, that don't line up with the understanding of reincarnation according to the truth. All the philosophies. That's what this guy is now into. Okay, this is what he is. This is what he is. He has connected himself to, and this is what Proverbs is talking about. Let's drop back down to verse 4. But her end is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. Verse 5. Her feet go down to death, and her steps take hold on hell. The strange woman leads you to the ways of Esau. That's what it's talking about. You're going to be amongst the Edomites, thinking like the Edomites, talking like the Edomites, walking like the Edomites, spreading darkness and lies like the Edomites. Verse 6. Lest thou shouldest ponder the path of life, her ways are movable, that thou cannot know them. Hear me now, therefore, O ye children, and depart not from the words of my mouth. All right? Now this woman, this is wisdom. This is the other woman. This is the right woman. This is the wife of your youth. This is she, talking about the spirit of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. This is the other. This is the right hand. Okay? Hear me now, therefore, O ye children, and depart not from the words of my mouth. Remove thy way far from her, talking about the strange woman, and come not nigh the door of her house, lest thou give thine honor unto others, and thy years unto the cruel. Lest strangers be filled with thy wealth, and thy labors be in the house of a stranger, and thou mourn at the last when thy flesh and thy body are consumed, and say, how have I hated instruction, and my heart despised reproof, and have not obeyed the voice of my teachers, nor inclined mine ear to them that instructed me. I was almost in all evil in the midst of the congregation and assembly. Drink waters out of thine own cistern. You can line this all up with everything that's spoken in the Song of Solomon. It's talking about the spirit of the living, the spirit of truth. Drink waters out of thine own cistern and running waters. Remember what did Yahweh say? Anyone who believes on me, rivers of living water shall flow from their innermost being. And the Most High is what? He is the fountain of life. And when the Most High sits on his throne, what is proceeding out of him? A river of living water, an issue of fire. It's in Daniel and in Revelation. That's what this is talking about. Drink waters out of thine own cistern, and running waters out of thine own well. Let thy fountains be dispersed abroad in rivers of waters in the streets. Let them only be thine own. The truth, the knowledge, the wisdom, and the understanding is exclusive to the Hebrew Israelites. Everything else is the strange woman and belongs to the Edomites, who are the wicked, and the heathen, who are in agreement with the Edomites. And the 2/3 of our people who are fucking in agreement with that shit. Let them be only thine own, and not strangers with thee. Let the fountains be blessed, and rejoice with the wife of thy youth. Who is this talking about? It's not talking about a single physical woman that you would be married to here in America, because multiple wives are available to the Hebrew Israelites. So this is not talking about a woman. This is talking about wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You got to go into the book of the wisdom of Solomon, and that's who the wife of thy youth, because the same person who wrote the wisdom of Solomon wrote Proverbs. King Solomon, okay? Let her be as the loving hind and pleasant roe. Verse 19, let her breasts satisfy thee at all times. What did Peter say? Desire the sincere milk of the word. The breast that satisfy thee always are these precepts. It's these. This is the nipple right here that you see going up and down, you guys. You girls out there that can get this. The precepts, and rightfully dividing the word of truth is us breastfeeding. This is us desiring and eating and drinking the sincere milk of the word. Let her, talking about wisdom, the correct woman, let her be as the loving hind and pleasant roe. Let her breasts satisfy thee at all times, and be thou ravished always with her love, with the exclusivity of our salvation, with the exclusivity of our future rulership, with the exclusivity of this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. That's love, you guys, with the law, statutes, and commandments, because the love is law and the law is love. Verse 20, and why wilt thou, my son, be ravished with a strange woman and embrace the bosom of a stranger? Talking about these philosophies. For the ways of man are before the eyes of Yahweh, and he pondereth all his goings. His own iniquity shall take the wicked himself, and he shall be holden with the cords of his sin. He shall die without instruction, and in the greatness of his folly he shall go astray. Talking about this unfortunate person right here, bro. It's not. I don't report this. I'm not happy about this, but hey, this is the truth that we live in. I don't want the man. Baba Kasha, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. Baba Kasha, man, I pray that this doesn't happen, man. And the precept that I put on the elders page also was right here. He's bugged out. He's bugged out, man. Sad to see. And I put Revelations 2:5. Remember, therefore, from whence thou art fallen, and repent, and do the first works, or else I will come unto thee quickly, and will remove thy candlestick out of his place, except thou repent. And then I also used Daniel 4:31, 32, and 33. While the word was in the king's mouth, there fell a voice from heaven saying, O King Nebuchadnezzar, to thee it is spoken, the kingdom is departed from thee, and they shall drive thee from men, and thy dwelling shall be with the beasts of the field. They shall make thee to eat grass as oxen, and 7 times shall pass over thee, until thou know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of man, and giveth it to whomsoever will. King Nebuchadnezzar got his wisdom taken away from him for 7 years. Verse 33, the same hour was the thing fulfilled unto Nebuchadnezzar, and he was driven from men, and did eat grass as oxen, and his body was wet with the dew of heaven, till his hairs were grown like eagle's feathers, and his nails were like bird's claws. And I said, it is very scary to lose your mind at the order of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. We don't want this to happen to us, you guys. You want to keep this wisdom, knowledge, and truth, because we didn't obtain this understanding on our own intelligence. I did not understand the scriptures the way I do now. I would not, or I never did listen to men like GMS until Yahushai determined that I would. We have to understand this, man. We do not operate the way that we operate based on our own strength, on our own intelligence. It literally is the gift of Yahweh that we understand who Yahushai is, and it's the gift of Yahushai that we understand who Yahweh is, and it's the gift of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai that we can listen to the prophets and also teach the same truth ourselves in an attempt to follow orders, man. This is a gift. It's not something that we are doing on our own, man. God, I'm upset. I'm upset. I really enjoyed, because I really want to see more of the speckled bird. I personally want to see more of the Northern Kingdom, and I want to see more of the speckled bird coming forth in this truth, because it is the truth. I believe it. I understand it, and I believe it. It makes sense. We were scattered to the 4 corners of the earth. A lot of our sons, a lot of our offspring do not physically look like us, you guys. They look like the heathen, but they are the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They're the seed of Jacob, man. They're Hebrew Israelites. They look like this guy. I pray that this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh by Shem Yahshai, by Shem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone of whom I learned from, and Shalom to the hopeful elect brothers taking this truth to the four corners of the earth, bidding the elect spirits to the marriage supper of the Lamb, who is Yahweh Shai. This is your brother Radah. Shalom.